Today's lesson is going to be on complementary and supplementary angles. So let's get started. Two angles that add up to 90 degrees are going to be complementary, and we can see that right here in this example. 32 degrees for angle A, 58 degrees for angle B. When we add them together, we get 90 degrees. So that's what complementary means. And then supplementary means that they're going to add up to 180 degrees. Supplementary angles add up to 180 degrees, so let's look at this. Angle C is 134, and angle D is 46 degrees. So if we add those together, we get 180, which means they are supplementary. So two angles that add to 180, supplementary angles. So let's test your knowledge here. I'm going to skip number 1 for a second. I'm going to go straight to number 2. Are they complementary, are they supplementary, or are they neither? Well, the only way that you can tell is by adding them together. So if we do 41 plus 49, and we add these together and use our calculator if you need to, we get 90 degrees. And if two angles add to 90, what are they? They're complementary. So I'm going to write that down. There we go. And then let's look at number 3. We have 148 and 32, so we add them together like this. And if you need to use the calculator, go ahead, and we're going to get 180 degrees. So this must mean they are supplementary. Write that down. And what I would like you to do is, before you see me in class, I would like you to try number 1. You can do it now. You can pause it, do it now. You could do it at the end after you watch the whole video. It's totally up to you. But if you could try that one before I see you in class, that would be wonderful. And we'll discuss it then. So let's go down here to number 4. If B is a complement of D, so we got to think about what complement means. And complement means they're going to add to 90 degrees. So if angle B plus angle D equals 90, it says D is 79 degrees. So we're going to substitute that in. So angle B plus 79 degrees equals 90 degrees. And what are we going to do to both sides here to solve for angle B? We're going to subtract. So if we subtract 79 from both sides, you end up getting that angle B is 11 degrees. There we go. And that's all they needed from you. They just wanted to know angle B. So what I'm going to ask you to do is I'm going to ask you to try number 5 here and bring that to class. So you can pause the video and you can try it now if you want, or you can wait until the end and you can go back and try all the problems that you have to fill in. But do finish number 5 and bring that to class the next time I see you. Alright, now that we have that done, let's talk about problem number, you know what, I want to talk about 7 before I talk about 6. So let's go down to number 7. If angle 1 and angle 2 are both supplementary to 3, so think about what that says. Angle 1 is supplementary to 3, and angle 2 is supplementary to 3. Let's write that. Angle 1 plus angle 3 are 180. And also they're telling us angle 2 plus angle 3 is 180. Okay, so we've got our two equations set up. It says the measure of angle 3 is 112 degrees. What's the measure of angle 1? Here's angle 3. Let's substitute in 112 degrees, and we don't know angle 1. Then what do we do to both sides? We're going to subtract. So if we subtract 112 degrees, we'll get that angle 1 is 68 degrees. Now here's where students get confused. Do you need to take care of the second equation? No, because all they asked for was angle 1. So basically what we did here is we said, okay, if they want angle 1, we'll use the equation that has angle 1 in it. If they happen to have said they want angle 2, then we would have used this equation and we would have found angle 2. So with that example being done, I would like you to try number 6 and bring that one to class. So if you could try number 6, bring that to class, that would be awesome. And use angle 7 as the problem you look at when you try number 6. I will tell you that 6 and 7 are probably the most difficult for students in this section in my past experience. So try your best, bring it to class, and we'll discuss it when you come in. Let's move on to here. One more vocabulary term that you need to know are adjacent angles. So adjacent angles are two angles that have the same vertex and share a side. Let's look at this picture over here. Notice that angle 1 and angle 2 have this little vertex here in common, and that they have a side of their angle in common. It's almost like if you think of an apartment building, like you might share a wall with a neighbor. So adjacent angles are kind of like that. It's like angle 1 and angle 2 are next door neighbors and they share a wall together. So let's look at these three examples here at the bottom. So A, is angle 1 and angle 2 adjacent? Well, do they have the same vertex? Here's this vertex and this vertex. So if we have two of them, they can't just have one shared one. So this is a no. These are non-adjacent. Non-adjacent. Non means not. Non-adjacent. So let's look at B. For B, are angle 3 and angle 4 adjacent or not adjacent? Well, they both have the same vertex, and are they like neighbors? Do they share a wall? And they sure do. Right here, look at this ray. They share that wall. So this one here, adjacent. And of course, for C, I would love for you to try that one on your own. If you could try that, bring it to class, that would be excellent. Remember that in these videos, if I'm going too fast, you could pause them. You can also go back and like rewind, I guess, and watch them again. If I were you, I would watch it the first time and then rewatch it again, but write everything down the second time. That's just me. So make sure you have all those problems I asked you to do done for class, and when you get there, we'll discuss it then. Have a wonderful evening.